Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt like your emotions are running the show, whether it's anger, frustration, or anxiety, you're definitely not alone. We all go through it. But what if I told you that there's a powerful way to take control of those emotions so they don't control you? Today, we're going to talk about how to master your emotions according to Stoicism, the ancient Greek philosophy that's all about wisdom, virtue, and control. Stoicism teaches us how to respond to emotions rather than react impulsively. It's about finding peace no matter what life throws your way. So, if you're ready to become more emotionally resilient and wise, let's dive into this timeless philosophy and learn how we can apply it to our modern lives. The Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, taught that we can't always control the world around us, but we can control how we respond to it. And that includes how we handle our emotions. Emotions, according to Stoics, are often driven by our judgments of external events. When we believe something is unfair or threatening, we react emotionally. But what if we could change how we view the world, and by doing so, change how we feel? Emotions themselves aren't bad. They're part of being human. But Stoicism teaches that emotions, like anger, fear, and even joy, often arise from our judgments and interpretations. For example, when something goes wrong, we might feel angry because we think it's unjust, or we feel anxious because we believe we can't handle the situation. Stoicism encourages us to examine these judgments. Why are we angry? Is the situation truly out of our control? By understanding the root cause of our emotions, we gain the ability to respond rather than react. Think of it like this. If you spill coffee on your shirt and get upset, that's an emotional reaction. But if you step back and realize that the coffee spill isn't the problem, it's your judgment of the event that's making you upset, that's where Stoicism comes in. Now, let's explore some practical Stoic techniques to master your emotions. These are tools you can use every day to help you respond more wisely to life's challenges. Step 1. The dichotomy of control. First, we have the dichotomy of control. This is one of the most powerful Stoic principles. It's simple. Some things are within your control, and some things aren't. We can control our thoughts, actions, and reactions, but we can't control the actions of others or the world around us. When you're feeling overwhelmed by a situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? Can I do anything to change it? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. Letting go of things you can't control will immediately reduce emotional stress. The Stoic belief is that we should focus our energy and attention on the things we can control and try to let go of attachment to the things we can't control. This mindset helps reduce anxiety, frustration, and disappointment because we stop trying to control the uncontrollable and instead focus on cultivating virtue and wisdom within our own sphere of influence. Step 2. Premeditatio malorum. Next, let's talk about premeditatio malorum, which is Latin for premeditation of evils. This technique involves mentally preparing for challenges and difficulties before they arise. The idea is to visualize potential hardships and mentally rehearse how you would respond to them. This helps you develop resilience. So when something difficult happens, you're less likely to react impulsively. It's about embracing the fact that life will have obstacles, and you'll be ready to handle them with calm and composure. The practice can be broken down as follows. Anticipate future challenges. Think about the worst-case scenarios that could happen in your life. This could include the loss of a job, a loved one, health problems, or any other difficulties that might arise. Reflect on how you would respond. Consider how you would handle these potential difficulties. By mentally rehearsing your responses, you strengthen your ability to maintain control and composure when challenges actually happen. Accept that adversity is part of life. Stoics believe that suffering and misfortune are inevitable, so it's important to embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-discipline. The goal is to make peace with the idea that bad things will happen, but we have control over our reactions. In essence, premeditatio malorum helps you avoid being blindsided by adversity. By preparing mentally for difficult situations, you reduce their emotional impact and are better equipped to handle them when they occur. Step 3. Negative visualization. Another Stoic practice is negative visualization. This involves imagining the worst-case scenario. What if you lost your job or a loved one? This might sound morbid, but it's actually a powerful tool for appreciating what you have and reducing emotional attachment to things. By imagining loss, we come to realize how precious what we have truly is. It also helps us become less fearful of change because we've already mentally prepared for it. It's all about acceptance and finding peace in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Negative visualization is closely related to premeditatio malorum, but it's a specific technique within Stoicism that involves deliberately imagining the loss or absence of things you value in your life, whether it's people, possessions, or situations, so that you can better appreciate them and prepare for their potential loss. The core idea is to reflect on what your life would be like without certain things, not to induce despair, but to foster gratitude, resilience, and perspective. Here's how it works. Imagine losing something or someone important to you. For example, you might imagine what it would be like if you lost your job, your health, or a loved one. You could also imagine being without your house, your possessions, or even your ability to see or hear. Reflect on how you would cope with that loss. Rather than simply feeling sad or anxious about the loss, the aim is to mentally rehearse how you could endure it. The goal is to come to terms with the fact that loss is a part of life, and by visualizing it, you can accept that hardship will come, and you'll have the inner strength to handle it. Appreciate what you have in the present. The Stoics believe that focusing on what might be taken away from you helps you realize how fortunate you are to have it. This perspective increases your sense of gratitude for what you currently possess, making you less likely to take things for granted. Cultivate emotional resilience. Negative visualization helps you detach from being overly dependent on external things for happiness. By practicing this regularly, you become less attached to the outcomes and more focused on how you can respond to whatever happens. The essence of negative visualization is to reduce your fear of losing what you have and to prepare yourself mentally for inevitable change. It's not meant to make you anxious, but rather to empower you to handle challenges with equanimity. Step 4. Journaling and self-reflection. Self-reflection is another key Stoic practice. Journaling is a powerful tool to help us process and manage our emotions. Every day, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts, your emotional responses, and your reactions to events. By writing things down, you gain clarity. You also become more aware of patterns in your emotions, which helps you break free from impulsive reactions. Over time, this practice cultivates emotional wisdom and self-control. In Stoicism, journaling and self-reflection are key practices for personal growth and self-improvement. They help Stoics maintain awareness of their thoughts, actions, and emotions, and align them with Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These practices allow individuals to assess their behaviors and make sure they are living according to Stoic principles. Journaling in Stoicism. For Stoics, journaling is a way to actively engage with their thoughts and progress. It's a tool for reflection and can help clarify their intentions and understanding of Stoic teachings. Daily reflection. Stoics often use journaling at the end of each day to reflect on their actions and reactions. This practice helps them assess whether they responded to situations with virtue and what could have been improved. Evaluate progress. Through journaling, they can track their own development in practicing Stoic virtues. They reflect on their successes, mistakes, and where they can improve. Remind yourself of Stoic teachings. Writing down important Stoic quotes or insights helps reinforce the principles of Stoicism in your mind. For example, Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, often wrote down thoughts that would remind him of the importance of accepting what he could not control and maintaining inner peace. Focus on what's in your control. Journaling can help the individual remember to focus on things they can control, like their own thoughts and actions, rather than worrying about external outcomes. You can document your efforts to accept external events as they come, rather than becoming attached to or disturbed by them. Self-reflection in Stoicism. Self-reflection goes hand in hand with journaling, but can also occur outside of it. It's the ongoing process of examining your behavior, thoughts, and emotions, and determining whether they align with your Stoic values. Ask yourself key questions. Stoics regularly ask themselves questions like, did I respond with patience and wisdom today? Did I react to situations based on emotion, or did I respond thoughtfully? Or did I allow myself to be disturbed by things I cannot control? Did I show justice, fairness, and kindness in my interactions? Understand your emotions. Self-reflection helps you become aware of the emotions that guide your actions. If you're upset, angry, or anxious, reflecting on why you feel that way helps you recognize whether these emotions are within your control or whether you're reacting to external events that are beyond your influence. Examine your virtue. Stoics believe that the ultimate goal is to live virtuously, and self-reflection is how you evaluate whether you're doing so. By considering your actions and attitudes regularly, you identify areas for growth. Self-reflection allows you to notice when you're not living up to your highest ideals and adjust your behavior accordingly. Focus on improvement. The Stoic goal isn't perfection, but progress. Self-reflection encourages a growth mindset, where the emphasis is on becoming better over time, not on attaining flawless behavior. Practical application of journaling and self-reflection. Morning journaling. Some Stoics begin their day by journaling, setting their intentions for how they will face the day. They might write about what challenges they expect to encounter and how they plan to respond virtuously. Evening reflection. At the end of the day, many Stoics practice a review of their actions. This can involve asking themselves questions like, what did I do well today? Where did I falter? How can I improve tomorrow? Gratitude practice. Another aspect of journaling may involve gratitude for things that went well or things they learned during the day. This can help develop an attitude of contentment, as Stoics aim to focus on what is within their control and appreciate life's simple pleasures. Example of a Stoic journal entry. Here's an example of what a Stoic journal entry might look like. Today, I encountered frustration when a colleague interrupted me in the meeting. I realized that my reaction was based on my attachment to being heard and respected. I'll work on remaining calm in the future and focusing on what I can control, my response to the situation, not others' actions. I practice gratitude today by appreciating the simple things in my life. I recognize that these are gifts, and I must not take them for granted. By consistently engaging in journaling and self-reflection, Stoics seek to cultivate mindfulness, improve their reactions to external events, and lead a life grounded in virtue. Would you like help developing your own journaling or self-reflection practice based on Stoic principles? Stoic wisdom for emotional resilience. Stoicism doesn't just teach us how to manage our emotions. It also builds emotional resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and face life's challenges with inner strength. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." What does this mean for us? It means that challenges are not obstacles to our happiness. They are opportunities for growth. Every hardship we face is an opportunity to practice resilience, patience, and emotional control. So, how can we apply Stoic principles to our daily lives? Here are some practical examples. Example 1. Dealing with stress at work. When you're stressed at work, remind yourself of the dichotomy of control. What can you control? Your actions, your responses, your attitude. What can't you control? The actions of your colleagues or the unpredictability of your boss. Focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. Example 2. Managing difficult conversations. During tough conversations, practice premeditatio malorum. Think ahead. What might trigger an emotional reaction? Prepare your mind to stay calm, knowing that no matter what happens, you can handle it with composure and wisdom. So, mastering your emotions isn't about suppressing them. It's about understanding them and responding to them wisely. Stoicism gives us the tools to take control of our emotions, not let them control us. By practicing the dichotomy of control, premeditatio malorum, negative visualization, and self-reflection, you'll build emotional resilience and inner peace. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Stoicism and how you manage your emotions. Until next time, stay calm, stay wise, and embrace your inner Stoic.